Mata ki Jai. I think this would be more apt to start this, I would say, topic. I know that, these days things are not so great between the two countries, and things have largely been not so great between these two countries right from the very beginning. But as an aspirant and as a teacher also, while teaching, I need to be holding my emotions, and you also need to hold your emotions. You need to learn every topic, not only this but every topic which will be in line with the examination. That topic should help you answer the questions in the examination, that is it. And as I told you in the very first class that IR is a very slippery subject, but you need to, stay within the boundaries, and you need to stay exam centric. Have questions been asked from this topic? Yes, questions have been asked. A lot of time questions have been asked, and questions are expected this year as well. I said one thing, that the relations are not so great, and relations have never been so great. Why? Because when you are dealing with Pakistan, you are not dealing with one Pakistan. You are dealing with multiple Pakistans. One Pakistan is the Pakistan of the local awam over there, means the local population of Pakistan, or the population of Pakistan. Let me remove the word local. People to people ties are good. People of Pakistan genuinely want good relations with India. The awam of Pakistan, I'm talking about that. I've met many, and to be very frank, before partition, my grandfather, my great grandfather, they all migrated from Pakistan to India during partition time. And we used to hear a lot of stories from our grandparents when they were alive, that how did you come, what was there, what is here, how did you, face all these hardships and all. So people to people connect is there, cultural connect is there, because there is a lot of cultural similarities between India and Pakistan. Talk about language, you talk about dietary habits, you talk about religion, you talk about culture, clothing, lot of similarities. So the Pakistan of the people, it is good. Another Pakistan is the Pakistan of the ruling political parties over there. That is also, wanting to establish peaceful relations with India. They don't want conflict, they don't want challenges. Internal challenges are many in Pakistan to deal with. So the political establishment in Pakistan is also manageable. But the main Pakistan is the army of Pakistan you have to deal with. The army of Pakistan is wielding the real powers over there. At times it seems that the political establishment is a puppet of the army over there. There is a popular saying or a joke about Pakistan that generally countries have their own army, but in case of Pakistan, the army is having its own country. And why, it is difficult to deal with the Pakistan army? Difficult in the sense ki, in context of establishing good, peaceful, stable relations. Because Pakistan army never wants that. There are multiple reasons to that. The primary reason is that Pakistan has lost full-scale wars against India. 1947-48, 1965, 1971, Bangladesh Liberation War. When these three full-scale wars Pakistan lost against India, Pakistan started to believe the fact that it is impossible to win a full-scale war against India. Actually, it is impossible for them to win a full-scale war against India. But they had to destabilize India somehow or the other. Then they adopted a path of proxy war. Proxy war? Proxy to, you know it very well. That you are there but you are not there. So similarly, when we use it as a prefix of war, the war is not there but warlike conditions are there. And who is creating warlike conditions? The militants, the terrorists. The terrorists which are sponsored by the Pakistan army. They get their arms, ammunitions, trainings. At times, people also from the Pakistan army, they are there as militants entering into the country, into India, and causing a lot of problems. So, they adopted that path. And let me tell you one more thing, that in 1971 when they lost the third war with India, the score was 3-0. They started this, a whole drama of proxy war with Punjab, India's Punjab, where the Khalistan movement was brewing up. They started supporting the Khalistani militants. Operation Blue Star in 1984 definitely led to the end of militancy in Punjab. And then they went to their next destination, that is Jammu and Kashmir. And it is in 1980s when militancy in Jammu and Kashmir got or gained momentum, specifically late 1980s, after 1987. And then, since then I would say Kashmir is on the boil. These militants, they are brainwashed, they are trained, they are supported by money, they are supported by ammunitions, arms, and we have ample and credible evidence that the Pakistan army is supporting them. We have showed it to the world, and very recently also, if you see Mr. Vikram Misri, he is the spokesperson of Ministry of External Affairs. He comes with those two, females who are, one is in the army, one is in the Air Force. That Qureshi and the other one is also there. So he is there with them, and he was showing one photo that, on the funeral of those militants which were killed in targeted strikes by India, the Pakistani military, officials were there. And some of them were high-ranking officials. What were they doing there? And then they say that Pakistan does not sponsor terrorism. It is very difficult to prove actually that the military of Pakistan is sponsoring terrorism over there. It is very difficult. You cannot get into their country to investigate. No one can. And this is how it goes on. That military of Pakistan is the main bone of contention, or the main, I would say, जो असली कांटा है ना, that thorn in the skin is the military of Pakistan. And unfortunately, Pakistan has been under military rule for many years, since 1947. Many years. So that is why relations with Pakistan were not or have not been so great. And you compare it with Indian Army, does the chief of the army staff or the chief of the armed forces in India, do they deliver such kind of instigating speeches against, the other religion, like Asim Munir was doing this time? No. Do the retired generals of the Indian Army, they get, vast amount of lands and various other, I would say, assets created in their name? No. But the Pakistani generals get that. Actually, the Pakistani army is kind of a corporate house. It runs a lot of businesses. It owns the highest amount of, or the largest amount of land in Pakistan. And on that land, they are doing a lot of activities. They are selling petrol, they are having their own restaurants. They cultivate agricultural products as well. They cultivate drugs also on those lands to fund the terrorist operations. And since they are wielding the real powers, there is no check on them. Who will come to check them? The government of Pakistan ki acha you are growing drugs, chalo jail mein. This cannot happen. So that is where, Pakistan as a country is struggling. There's a popular saying that karma is a bitch, and it is. It will have to pay for its sins someday or the other. Because, God, in which they believe astutely, and on the name of God, they brainwash the people. The God never teaches us to fight on the basis of religion. Never. But their conditioning is such, and they condition people as such. Today I was watching one of the videos of Asif Munir. I don't know when that video was shot, now or earlier. He was instructing his soldiers that you are Allah ke bande and Allah has sent you to fight. Allah has not sent them to fight. Who was them? I don't know. Nowadays a lot of content is circulating, and be very much aware about the content, which is right, which is wrong, which to believe, which not to believe. You as aspirants are expected not to fall prey for, I would say, false content. Try to verify. follow pages like PIB, Doordarshan, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of External Affairs, these pages will give you exact news. Hindi news channel to bhool ke mat dekhna. Because yesterday night I was watching one of the Hindi news channel, and according to those Hindi news channels, our army was there in Lahore. Karachi port destroyed. So, avoid authentic information. So, coming back to the topic, he was motivating the forces on the name of religion, and that is how the conditioning is done. And this is what lack of education, lack of awareness leads to. The current situation of Pakistan, if I tell you guys, we are not going to write anything today, we are just going to discuss it, we are just going to create that base, and on Monday we will start writing about it. The current situation of Pakistan, if I tell you, Pakistan is becoming fractured more and more. Here is this Balochistan, this is Balochistan, this is Sindh province, then this is Punjab province of Pakistan, then there is this Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and here it is basically Gilgit-Baltistan, the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The exact map you will get in the notes, just giving you a rough idea. Now I was on this point that there are a lot of internal fractures in Pakistan. Means starting with Balochistan, Baloch Liberation Army, they are barbaric in nature nowadays. They are targeting the military men of Pakistan and they are blowing them up. Last month or last to last month they hijacked a train. Now there are visuals coming, they release video every day. Today also I saw a video, yesterday also I saw a video. They blew up a lot of Pakistani soldiers, and some among them were high ranking officers also. Why? Because the Baloch people, Baloch is a tribe, the Baloch people feel that, the government of Pakistan, Punjab dominated. Always, since 1947, any prime minister you pick up has been from Punjab. So they are politically dominant, the Punjabis over there. Punjabis means the people coming from Punjab province. They are actually Muslims, but they refer to them as Punjabis because they are coming from the Punjab province. So the Baloch people believe that the Punjabi politicians have looted Balochistan. There are a lot of resources in Balochistan, and they have not returned anything to Balochistan. Baloch people are suffering due to the loot of resources, and that is why they are doing all these kind of activities. They want a separate country to be established. They want to separate out from Pakistan. Actually, Balochistan was a princely state and they never wanted to be part of Pakistan in 1947. By force they were made part of Pakistan. Since then this discontent is there in Balochistan. And we have this China-Pakistan economic corridor coming. I'll draw it with black color. The China-Pakistan economic corridor. This China-Pakistan economic corridor is ending at the Gwadar port, which is in the Balochistan province. Now these Baloch people are not letting this China-Pakistan economic corridor to be built because they say ki this is the new, I would say, scheme of looting us, our resources, and you will never give us anything back to us. Why they are saying that, you will come to know on Monday when I will be discussing the China-Pakistan economic corridor. So they are creating a lot of ruckus. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the province bordering Afghanistan, the Pashtuns are living. Pashtuns are Pathans. Pashtun tribes are also there in Afghanistan. So what Pakistan, I told you that time when we were talking about Afghanistan that Pakistan's ISI was very much instrumental in getting Taliban formed in 1924. Because the main idea of ISI was that the Pashtuns of Afghanistan should be focused towards Afghanistan. They should not mingle up with the Pashtuns of Pakistan because that can create Pashtun nationalism and another territory might be differentiated from us or separate from us, like East Pakistan got separated. So just to not let the Pashtun nationalism fuel, they focused Taliban on Afghanistan only. They made Taliban, which was formed by the Pashtuns, to administratively control Afghanistan, focus on Afghanistan. Since 1996, Taliban was ruling over Afghanistan, we know that. So they are diverted away from the Pashtuns of Pakistan. But 2001, when the foreign forces entered, foreign forces, Operation Enduring Freedom, and later on Operation Freedom Sentinel, who was the target of these foreign forces? Taliban and the Al-Qaeda. And who was letting these foreign forces pass through its territory and reach Afghanistan? Afghanistan is landlocked. It was Pakistan who gave them transit. And for that, Pakistan got money. Pakistan is in need of money from anywhere. जैसे भी आए, तैसे भी आए, पैसा आए. So for that, Pakistan government supported the foreign forces who were targeting Taliban. Now the foreign forces have left 2021. Now Taliban has been formed or has become active in Pakistan. Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, it is called as TTP. It is causing ruckus in the northern part, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It is targeting the military over there. Today also a blast was there, done by, an attack was there done by Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Baloch Liberation Army to kar hi rahi hai. So see how the army is paying for its karmas. Then another fracture is between Punjab and Sindh. This conflict is due to river water sharing. And Sindh is a downstream state or a lower riparian province as compared to Punjab. And Punjab releases less water. This is what the Sindhis have always told and always protested about. And with the suspension of Indus Water Treaty, this conflict can further widen. And there are high chances of these kind of disruptions happening where Pakistan can be divided. Or there are high chances that the military, which considers itself to be very powerful over there, I would say power is being questioned a lot everywhere in Pakistan. Their power is being questioned a lot by the Baloch Liberation Army over here, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan over there. Government is being criticized, the Punjabis are being criticized by Sindhis. So these kind of internal fractures Pakistan is already going through. And if you have noticed that after all this Pahalgam attacks and all, and when India launched Operation Sindoor, Baloch Liberation Army and Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan's attacks have also increased. There are many questions looming large over Pakistan as of now. Will Pakistan survive as a nation? Will Pakistan's economy be able to survive this conflict which it is having with India right now? Is the position of army weakening in Pakistan? How much is the public in support of their government over there? And attacking a nation is not only these physical attacks which we did in Operation Sindoor and all. Attacking a nation on multiple fronts should be there, and that is what government of India is pursuing, I feel. Water rok diya, geopolitical isolation, internal fractures, they are widening, but we cannot claim that we are contributing in widening these internal fractures. We are not, and we will not. But yes, warfare nowadays is like this. This is what we need to understand. The situation right now is very fragile and it is very, I would say, dynamic. So we will understand those things, we will discuss those things which are relevant to us from exam point of view, and on those things we will develop our future content. Once this topic is over, you will have to develop your future content, and that can be done from the newspapers.